Alright, so obviously this guy is an idiot. This guy. Not this guy. This guy has some knowledge. Some. Very low. He's from what I can tell, he's a good guy, but it's just funny. So I watched this VTuber, what's his name? I see. I watched him a while back, but then I thought he was like a Kamala supporter. So I was like, okay, I don't want to watch you anymore. So I left. I unsubscribed and I just left. That was it. Like, there was nothing. And that was before I actually looked at his YouTube videos and realized that he wasn't. Like, I would hate on him for being a Kamala supporter. I would definitely think he's picking the wrong decision, but I can still forgive that. But he's not. Point being, this guy's an idiot. Okay? This schmuck. Or you finally put socks on. Yeah, your toes out all the time. He's an idiot. And I was going to say that, listen to what he says.
Millions of subs and millions of views.
Yeah, I'm very famous.
From their audience that is overwhelmingly terminally online young men, which is the exact demographic.
My demographic is actually much older than that.
Yeah. So to put to put in your point of view, just to prove how wrong he is, and that the left says, oh, the right's indoctrinating kids into being Trump supporters. We're not. We're not, okay? I can prove it simply by doing this. Where's analytics? One of my most popular videos, top shorts. Alright, my age group is 25 to 38. I have more people that are old enough to have kids that are going to be adults soon, or adults, than I do 18-year-olds. And gender, again, male. Makes sense. To a degree. To a degree. Because what females go watch this and like this?
I don't actually like it. Beer is good!
I know females that would, but, you know, it's just not as common. So that makes sense. And then United States makes sense. Yeah. We're not indoctrinating kids. Okay? We're just doing what we do. We're making YouTube videos, making funny jokes. Like this video is insulting trans people. But you want to know what else is completely utterly... You can't even imagine somebody doing this. In this exact video, I typed in the comments, it's just a joke. Okay? This part here, too. Maybe I am right. Is it he? It's a joke.
Or me.
Not to mention, this is staged. Most likely.
Money.
I got
Also,
it all wrong, boys. That wasn't a huzz. She was a motherfucking he.
Also, just keep in mind, look how dumb you look. If you're going to wear a mask, wear it properly.
It. And unfortunately, there are going to be some nut jobs in the audience who are going to take things a little far sometimes. I avoid that. You know, I don't like those people. I don't support.
So before any of this happens, I'm going to pick apart everything. I believe I found the right guy.
And whatever they're going to do.
But sitting right alongside who wrote that he was ashamed to be
Say and run with it and misinterpret whatever.
Alright. let me
It is. Yeah, it's
take
unfortunate.
apart everything. 8 months and 16 days later.
On January 22nd, 2025, a 17-year-old opened fire in the cafeteria of Antioch High School in Nashville, Tennessee. He killed one student, Jocelyn Correa Escalante, injured another, and then killed him.
I want to do something like alright. Let's just give a moment. Silence. Okay.
Self. His 51-page manifesto laid bare the life of an angry, abused, socially isolated teenager who wrote that he was ashamed to be black due to being immersed in accelerationist white supremacist ideology. He was affiliated with far-right cybercriminal networks like 764 and Telegram and spoke about Jews, Muslims, women, and LGBT people being
I'm sorry. I think I'm lost. I think I'm actually
manifesto
lost.
laid bare the life of an angry, abused, socially isolated teenager who wrote that he was ashamed to be black due to being immersed in accelerationist
Was ashamed to be black. Okay. Alright.
white supremacist ideology. He was affiliated with far-right cybercriminal networks.
I'm sorry. What? Alright, if you don't get what I'm hitting at here, then I don't know what you're on, but you must be on a different video because so let me get it straight. He was ashamed to be black. Okay. I can see that. He's affiliated with far right. So Republicans. What, you the one who just got done calling them a Nazi? If Republicans are Nazis, why will a black guy be in it? If he was ashamed to be black, would he go to the liberals because they welcome him with open arms? Oh, this is dumb.
Works like 764 and Telegram and spoke about Jews, Muslims, women, and
Alright, Jews, whatever. Muslims, hate them. The majority of them. The vast majority of them, actually. And that's not me doing it because of it's because of their religion. Yeah, their religion sucks. Okay? LGBTQ, bisexual, whatever, lesbian, fine, gay, whatever, trans, no.
LGBT people being targets. His manifesto, unsurprisingly, had a section listing people who influenced him, and you find usual suspects there like Candace Owens and Nick Fuentes. I wonder if he's going to come up again. But sitting right alongside the open
Don't do
white
that.
nationalists were names like iDubbbz, Destiny, Hassan Piker, Ruben Sim, and Turkey Hard R Tom.
Don't do it.
N-word.
Oh, fuck.
A strange combination that I'm hoping will
Sorry, I'm looking. Do you say the dude said the N-word? Well,
make more sense by the end of this video. But to me, the most interesting inclusion is that of a guy who makes videos ostensibly about internet drama because he was named explicitly as one of two primary figures.
so the reason I'm making this is because YouTube react to YouTube, react to this, whatever. Yeah. How is that any different than a news outlet? The only difference is instead of it having thousands of people, sorry. The difference is there's thousands of people saying dumb stuff. It's just one guy with his own opinion.
Who pulled the shooter into the alt-right. Also, we're not talking about Ruben Sim today, even though him and Tom are friends, and the dude sucks ass. Don't let his Roblox heroism fool you. He got banned for racism, homophobia, and harassment, and is very transphobic. Like, trust me, there's a reason why he was listed here. Anyways, Turkey lied.
So, again, stop. That doesn't make you look cool. Okay, so, he's transphobic. Maybe he doesn't like people cutting off their genitals.
And blames Bianca Devins for her own murder by an incel and then tries to delete the video. Tom.
And as for Bianca and what happened to her, it's obviously disgusting to say that she got what she deserved. She did not deserve to be murdered for what she did. However, is it completely unreasonable to question whether or not she contributed to the likelihood of this happening? Bianca was effectively an e-prostitute who was selling nude pictures of herself to men and leading on a number of them, and using them for her own gratification. She recklessly promoted an image of herself online that attracted a pretty gross crowd of people.
Is one node in a particular web of commentary, drama recap, and reaction channels. Tom, Sensitive Society, WestJet, More Pegasus, Achido, Think Before You Sleep. There's a billion of these guys cross-referencing and reacting to each other's content like one big, incestuous, very apolitical family. Foreshadowing. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. These are just dumb guys making dumb videos about more dumb guys and dumb internet drama. They are not worth taking seriously.
16 minutes, 36 seconds.
Long talking about them. And to that I say, you're right about it being dumb. However, you're wrong about it being not important. That dismissal is exactly the problem, because it is the genre's primary defense mechanism, just like all the pseudo-intellectuals and gamer chuds whose content, through the conventions of their genre, participate in an ecosystem that functions as important infrastructure in the pipeline to radicalization. And Tom's name in that manifesto is the smoking gun I knew would show up eventually. The moment you call this content trivial, you have already accepted the framing that makes it effective, and ignoring them allows them to thrive. Like something else I'm having a hard time thinking of right now. What was it? I feel like it was important.
Donald Trump.
Brushing isn't going to fix your teeth, and I'm going to prove it right now. This was my enamel
He's
health
not meant
last
to
year.
fix it. He's meant to stop it from...
What was it? I feel like it was important.
Donald Trump is the president of the United States.
This radicalization occurs not because any individual creator intends it, although it sure seems like some do, but because the structure of their content systematically normalizes the preconditions that radicalization requires. And I think this is serious because...
Radicalization. So, the radicalizer. Remind me again. Not even a year after Trump was elected. Not even a year. Not even 9 months. Who was killed by a transgender left-wing supporter?
These channels are not fringe. They have millions of subs and millions of views from their audience that is overwhelmingly terminally online young men, which is the exact demographic.
I'm posting a short before after this, and I talked about this too. My demographic is 25 to 37. I have more people, and that's my highest demographic. My lowest demographic is actually 18 to, I think, 25, 24. I don't know why it'd be 25, whatever. So I have more people that, I have more people closer to their 50s than I do closer to their, teen years than I do.
most vulnerable to this kind of thing, like me, a decade ago, when I was too dumb to realize any of this as I eagerly awaited the next content cop. Seriously though, over the last 6 months, these 6 people alone have put out 116 videos. That's 3 times the amount I've ever done. So if I don't get every single detail in here, cut me some slack. Also, I'm technically half man now, but you know, who's asking? Turkey.
Is that a shot at men or is that a shot at women? Is that a shot at, or is that just a joke? Like maybe if I was trans or retarded, I would get that, but I don't.
Actually has the words real wigger swag on his merch website. Tom is the through line of my analysis because he is the creator of the Antioch shooter specifically named, but the mechanisms I'm documenting here are genre wide, which is why we're going to be hearing from all sorts of spirited individuals along the way. And in case any of these guys happens to see this video, because I know they're constantly desperate for relevancy, let me give you some react faces for the unflattering thumbnail that you'll probably put me.
They need relevancy, yet you just got done complaining about how they have millions of subscribers and get hundreds of thousands of views, and you don't. Sorry. Oh, and I don't? Yeah. And I don't really care. I do YouTube for fun. I'm never going to make money off of it. At least I don't live off them. I would absolutely love. But as long as, I don't know, 100,000, 100 plus people see my video and get like 1-2 likes, which I don't usually get, I'm fine with it. Because it's still nice as know that somebody seeing it. That's good enough for me. Now I know you're salty and bitter. I mean, I know you love to eat saltines. Yeah. What are you eating? Sad. That's not Is that Capri Sun? No, what the Dear God.
We good?
Are you having
Cool.
a
You're
seizure?
welcome. Now, to prove I'm not pulling all this out my ass, research.
No, but dicks like to go into
A prominent
your ass.
academic model for understanding radicalization is psychologist Ari Kruglanski's 3N framework, which identifies 3 converging factors. Need, the individual's quest for personal significance, the desire to matter and be respected. Narrative, the ideological framework that channels that need towards a specific cause. And network, the community that validates the narrative and rewards adherence to it. Kruglanski's research has ideological framework that actors need, the individual's quest for personal significance, the desire to matter and be respected. Narrative, the ideological framework that channels that need towards a specific cause. And network. Community that validates the narrative and rewards adherence to it.
Alright, here's what I got. Need. Somebody who needs to be known and liked. A little different the way it says, but basically it. Narrative, pushing the need to something, media, TV, whatever, YouTube. Network. The people that help and support them in their need. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Now, obviously, I don't agree with this. Well, I guess it could be true for some people. I just guarantee you I'm not going to agree with what he says next. But I'm going to write this down, and then I'm going to go and check off this and see if he's wrong.
Kruglanski's research has demonstrated that the need for significance is universal, but becomes an acute driver of extremism when triggered by experiences of failure, rejection, humiliation, or social exclusion. The need itself is ideologically agnostic. Very important. It is the narrative and the network that determines which direction the radicalization takes. Complementing this is Luke Munn's 2019 study of the alt-right pipeline, which identified 3 overlapping cognitive phases in online radicalization. Normalization.
What up, guys? Max Blesali here. I'm here at Box. We're about to rip some packs. Let's go.
Now we're going to do it the new digital way.
Phases in online radicalization. Normalization, acclimation, and dehumanization. Munn emphasized that the digital ecosystem enables this process through a dense spectrum of right to far right spaces that offer a set of waypoints, allowing users to transition to more politically extreme environments without a sense of cognitive dissonance. I think this is a great way of describing a pipeline because so many people, like some we're going to talk about, imagine a radicalization pipeline to be a consistent linear escalation of rhetoric, when in reality, it's much more about the interconnectivity of many nodes with varying degrees of rhetoric. This structure allows people to bounce between said nodes easily because radicalization is about cracking their psyche to be susceptible to more and more extreme ideas over time through repetition and isolation. It's not just as simple as turning up the racism dial, even though some people really do make it look effortless. Research on everyone's favorite group of guys, the manosphere, has also further documented how spaces not explicitly coded as political serve as recruitment environments. Shergill and Quoward demonstrated how gaming platforms like Discord, Twitch, and Steam are leveraged by extremists for radicalization and recruitment, while
They are not. Alright. Let's flip this around. Radicalization is where you want them to go to, you want to believe it, heart, soul, body, and mind. Everything is this way, everything should be this way, everything has to be this way. Steam does not say that your life should be video games, buying us, giving us money. Discord does not say, watch this video, this should be your whole life, you should give them money, you should watch this video. If there was an ad that said, this is what you should do all day, that would be it.
Research on Gamergate has established it as a template for how ostensibly apolitical online communities can be focused around weaponizing their mutual hatred of women and minorities through gaming. I can already feel the pro-Gamergate people angrily typing their comments from the future as I sit here in the past. Powerful. And in my opinion, what remains underdeveloped in the literature
Are there like 50 different transgender games for you guys? It's not even a joke.
is the
Life is Strange. One of those games has a main character that's transgender, who has a sister.
role of specifically this genre of content that sits upstream to all of these spaces: internet commentary and drama channels. These creators occupy a particularly nebulous position in the content ecosystem. They're not political commentators, they're not gaming communities, they are entertainers whose subject matter is other people's online behaviors that overlap with many different spaces, and their genre conventions like selective storytelling, the pathologization of certain populations, conspiratorial framing presented as
No
investigation, and the normalization of
Actual
cruelty as
lawyer.
analysis may function as critical early stage infrastructure in the radicalization pipeline.
So I can sum everything you just said up into, what is this, 9 minutes? Oh my god, I felt like longer. I can sum everything you just said up in less than 5 minutes. You don't need to make you don't need to make 25% of the video talking about something that you only go slightly mention. There was no need to go on a rant about need network and whatever else you want, okay? There was no need for this, okay? Get to your evidence and then move on.
And I am here to talk for a very long time to prove it. All right, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, preamble is finally over, so buckle the fuck up, because we're about to get into this bitch. I have neatly organized my examples into categories.
I'm sorry, but the way you use the word bitch would really harm me. You just got done saying we cannot use the word bitch. We cannot use a word that I'm not gonna spell, because either spelling it's going to get me in trouble with you very intelligent people. It's a powerful woman that has many names.
Fitting points of radicalization identified by research, and have multiple examples for all of them. And Please. Mom said it's my turn to make the Slop Too Bad video. God damn it, I'm gonna make it how I want. Turkey Tom's video on the Charlie Kirk assassination provides the clearest example of what Munn calls normalization, the process by which extreme ideas are encountered in contexts that make them feel like common sense. Kirk's years of rhetoric, calling transgender people an abomination and a throbbing middle finger to God, suggesting that they should be taken care of the way they used to take.
When did he say this? No. I could see it's in quotation. I want video that is not AI. I want sources, and I want a link. All you had to do was add a link somewhere, or name of the video. Also, you want to know how I know this is fake? Because of this. Alright. And I could be wrong, which I don't think I am. Well, before you put a quotation, like number one, this is not. I've seen people use this like this. You forgot to put one thing right here.
Care of things in the 1950s and 60s, and describing the stoning of gay people as God's
He said, oh my God.
Perfect law, are reduced in Turkey Tom's video to a single phrase.
Charlie Kirk is infamous for his opposition to transgenderism.
That's it. That is the entire context we get on Kirk and what he believed. And that's just the trans shit, too. That isn't even him touching on civil rights or what he thought about Jews. Seems kind of important to bring up. Meanwhile, though, the transgender person in proximity to the accused shooter, Lance, receives an exhaustive examination of their Reddit history, their substance abuse, their eating disorder, gender transition, political evolution, not as context for empathy or anything, but
And how much is this is fact? I've watched Charlie's videos. He has debated with trans people in public and indoors. He has said all of this. He has done all this. Not once have I heard him pick up a wall ball, pick up something, toss it at them and say, "You're a middle finger to God, you deserve to damnation, you go to hell." And he never would.
Data points in an explicit pathology profile meant to lead people into believing the shooter, who he spends realistically very little time talking about, was just a normal guy radicalized by extreme transgender people and leftism.
After 2020, one of the first significant
Didn't you just get done talking about, Yo, I actually wrote this down, so, I'm lucky I wrote this down. So we can, look at this.
But
we can look at this.
Meanwhile, though, the transgender person in proximity to the accused shooter, Lance, receives an exhaustive examination of their Reddit history, their substance.
I'm talking about the 13-year-old kid who just wanted a noble life. I can't see because you keep putting yourself in the way. One noble life. Need for a noble life. Liar. You wanted a noble life? Why did you become trans? Well, that's just how I feel. No, you had a choice. Alright, so Need. Clearly, he does not want a normal life. He's trans. If he wanted a normal life, he would not take out a guy and make himself famous. Don't know if he's talking about himself here. But clearly his need is to be famous and seen.
Abuse, eating disorder, gender transition, political evolution, not as context for empathy.
Political evolution. Okay. Let's see here. Network, Reddit. He used Network, which helped voice his opinions. Need to be admired, need to be seen. Network. By the way, to clarify, if he wanted a normal life, why would he go post this stuff on Reddit? And then last one, because I crumpled this up. Last one. You can't see it. Well, it's not a big deal. Oh crap, I paused. I didn't realize. I did get done talking about how this guy's an idiot, right? He was pumped up on drugs. How my dog just jumped on my lap. Not this guy.
To investigate and what it chooses to gloss over. And the amount of trans slurs in the comment section proves my point that there was definitely something going on here. This matters because Tom's supposedly exhaustive evidence seems to brush aside things.
Why does this matter? Hi. Why does this matter? Hi. Why does this matter if he's dead? After he killed somebody. He's a victim. Victims are the people that die. A victim is the kids that are now without a dad. Victim. What are you doing? Hi. What you sniff out of the table for? Hi. Alright. Oh, sorry. Itchy. I'm trying to get you out from on top of the court. Do you want to say hello to everyone? Hi. This is Boom Boom. This is Boomy. This is a German Shepherd. He's the German Shepherd. He's about to get his butt kicked if he doesn't get off. Please get off. Thank you. Alright, now can I hold this back? Thank you. Alright. I love you. Well, I'm stopping this video because this guy's an idiot, and this one won't stop. Hi.
Like the Washington